Red Bull, hook me up.
Mole, 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 mole.
Rookie numbers.
This tastes like fake raspberry.
I feel like everything out there nowadays is difficult to pronounce to me.
It's a mess.
I don't even know why I even care. Good morning on this lovely Tuesday morning, where it's a cool 56 degrees at 7:15 in the morning. And there's Bailey right there. It's one of those days where you know you got a lot going on today. That's how my day is today. So I'm kind of looking forward to it in some ways, and I'm kind of not looking forward to it in other ways. It is a taste test kind of day, so stay tuned for that. I was scrolling the headlines this morning, and they're still talking about how Spirit Airlines kind of abruptly went out of business the other day. And now I feel bad for anybody that had travel plans with Spirit. But you know, recently I mentioned how I kind of like to watch lowbrow videos when I'm going to sleep or first waking up. And I mentioned that I liked watching fight videos in that state of mind, not all the time. Well, Spirit Airlines was usually a pretty good source of those fight videos. So not only will Spirit Airlines be missed in the skies at the airports, but also on my mindless scrolling feed in the mornings, because it was a good source of pretty lowbrow content. But speaking of low content without the brow, you know, I watched something last night that... See, here's the thing. Like, I'm already pretty claustrophobic as it is. So when you know someone who's claustrophobic, it's probably not a good idea to show them a video of someone stuck in a cave, which is what happened yesterday. I watched part of a video of someone stuck in a cave, and it brought me so much anxiety just watching it. When I woke up in the middle of the night, like at 2:30 in the morning for like the third time, it's all I could think about was this video and how claustrophobic I felt even just watching it. When you're claustrophobic watching a video of someone stuck in a cave, that's like nightmare inducing. It's not good. Between my chihuahua not feeling well, waking in the middle of the night, to anxiety-inducing cave-stuck video, yeah, I'm a little ragged today. But fortunately, my first taste test, which is the opening act to what I'm doing later, might help me address that a little bit, and that is the Red Bull Summer Edition Sudachi Lime Energy Drink. That's right, we're going right into that this morning. I need to pick me up. Red Bull, hook me up. This is their 2026 Summer Edition flavor. And you know, when you get old and you don't have reading glasses, you have to read like this. That's how I have to do it. The Red Bull Summer Edition, the taste of Sudachi and lime, artificially flavored. Why am I not surprised about that one? The wings of Red Bull. Red Bull is appreciated worldwide. No, they start pumping themselves. That's all they say about it is Sudachi and lime. Let me see how much caffeine is in here. This has 114 milligrams of caffeine. Rookie numbers. It also has quite a bit of vitamin B6, which supposedly helps wake you up as well, I think. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about. But anyways, let's get to the opening act here. Because not only do I have my taste test later, but I got to go stumbling around the desert doing some regular tests for frequent review. So I got a lot going on today. All right, here we go. First taste test of the Sudachi Lime. Am I saying that right? I don't know, man. I feel like everything out there nowadays is difficult to pronounce to me. I don't know what maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. But you have some of these crazy vendor names on Amazon. I mean, they have like 3 H's in a row and stuff. Like, how are you supposed to pronounce that stuff? But here we go. It actually smells like lemonade, which maybe that's not a bad thing. That is not a bad thing at all. Nothing like, it's not even, you know, I was just thinking, nothing like summertime and lemonade, but it's actually in the 50s right now. It's not really summertime feeling. Here we go. And that's very crisp. It's very crisp and refreshing. I'm kind of liking it. Has almost a bit of like a Mountain Dew flavor to it. There's like a bitter, it's like a grapefruit aftertaste. I know there's no grapefruit in here, but my mind's telling me grapefruit. Has like it come way after, I think the party was already over and the doors were closed and the grapefruit showed up and pounded on the door. You know what? That's actually quite good and refreshing. It's like hints of like Sprite or Mountain Dew, kind of like the staples of citrus soda. But it's quite good. That aftertaste, you know, usually you wouldn't think a grapefruity, bitter aftertaste is a bad thing, but it is in this case. It's actually quite pleasant. Well, I'm a fan of this. I'm a fan because it's not too sweet. It doesn't have that like overly like energy drink feel to it. Of all the Red Bulls I've tried, this is the least energy drink tasting of all the ones I've ever tried. It just tastes almost like someone mixed some grapefruit juice and a Mountain Dew. It's pretty good. I like it. The opening act is pretty strong. But I've got a lot of interesting flavors coming on later today. But between now and then, I've got to go stumble around the desert testing out some cheapo Temu products. But I'm going to enjoy the rest of my energy drink here at 7:30 in the morning. and then get on with my day. There's nothing like tackling a day when you're tired and have a lot to do. It's funny, whenever I'm tired, I still think of way back in the 80s when I used to play with the late great Johnny Hammond Smith, who at the time was in his 50s, and all of us hanging around, we were all like our teens and 20s. And inevitably someone would come stumbling in like, oh man, I'm so tired. He would say, what? You're too young to be tired. I always said to my kids, and now I hear my kids saying it, you're too young to be tired. Well, guess what? I'm older now than Johnny was then, so I'm not too young to be tired anymore. But guess what? I'm gonna have a full day today, tired or not. And maybe my Red Bull Sudachi lime will help take the edge off that just a little bit. But got a lot to do, so let's do it. I'll bet something lives in there, and I don't really want to find out what it is. So I climbed all the way up this hill here. I'm not all the way to the top, but I'm pretty far up here. Can you even tell how far down that is? That's pretty far down there. And I was kind of slipping and sliding on the way up, and I'm thinking, that's gonna be not fun going back down. I should have brought my Red Bull Sudachi lime drink with me to wake me up a little bit. But I got one more test to do up here, and then I'm heading back home for my taste test. I'm gonna need a drink after this, and I might need a harder drink too. Look at this desert landscape, it's beautiful. Not everybody likes the desert landscape. Head rush, uh-oh, head rush. This is not a good place to have a head rush. Right over there, that's kind of a cliff. I'd fall off that thing, it would not be good. I have to navigate my way down there when I head out of here, so I gotta figure that out. It's quiet out here, it's peaceful. Even though there's neighborhoods over there, I still love it. Done testing my Temu stuff out here, but man, this is treacherous. I think I'm gonna walk over here and maybe down from there, I think. And you can see I'm sliding. I am slipping and sliding. You had to do that, huh? Right now I'm kind of going sideways, but I'll get down at some point. What's in there? Don't want to know. This might be it. This might be my exit. We're on solid ground. Yeah! I made it down. The irony that I was just saying how anxiety-inducing and claustrophobic a guy getting stuck in a cave was. So then I go and get myself stuck, almost stuck at the top of a hill, like a cat climbing up a tree. I can't get down, but I made it, and I'm thirsty. You know what that means? It's time for a Freakin' 2 Taste Test, International Edition once again. You may recall a recent video where I did some international snacks from World Market. Those were chips. Today I've got the sodas from around the world. And the contenders are Mola Cola from Italy, Coke Strawberry from China, Fanta Rich Apple from Japan, Pepsi Raspberry Zero from China, and Dr. Pepper Cherry Crush from the UK. Now, as far as a Dr. Pepper goes, I'm going to compare it to a Dr. Pepper Zero Cherry here in America and see what the difference is. Let's start off with something on the lighter side here. Move these out of the way. And the only one that's in a can, which is the Fanta. Hopefully my translation is right, but it supposedly says Rich Apple. It says 49 calories, water, high fructose glucose syrup, carbonic acid. Since this one's in a can, I'm going to pour some into a glass so we can take a look at what it looks like. There's even some sort of a Japanese writing on the top there. That's kind of cool. Smells like apple. Has an unassuming apple juice look to it. Here we go. Not as sweet and syrupy as I feared it would be, which is a good thing. It's very lightly carbonated, which I think is probably part of the crispness of it. It tastes more like natural apple juice than fake apple juice or a fake apple flavoring. Maybe slightly tart. It really just tastes like slightly carbonated apple juice, which if that's what they were going for, they succeeded. I was gonna say it's only 49 calories, but looking at the label, it's 5 servings per can. 5. I mean, 5 people are gonna split this? Get out of here with that. Come on, Japan. The ridiculous servings aside, the flavor is quite nice. It's crisp, it's not too sweet. It tastes like apple juice, a little bit of carbonation, very crisp. To me, tastes like natural apple juice. Very nicely done Fanta. Not sure why that's not here, but it probably should be. Let's move on now to the one that I'm probably the most interested in. That was this one, which is, I'm pretty sure it's not pronounced Mole Cola. Mole. This is from Italy. It says classic cola on there. 138 calories, 35 grams of sugar. So it doesn't seem overly sweet. Product of Italy. Now I believe this one is supposed to be less sweet than most popular sodas are. Smells like cola.
Nothing really jumps out at me at the appearance or the smell. It's very smooth, maybe a hint of citrus, a bit of a dry finish too. Certainly less sweet than a lot of the sodas that I'm used to. What sweetener do they use in this, if I can even read it? Ingredients: natural mineral water, sugar. We actually got old school sugar in this one. You know what I like about this one? This reminds me of kind of how I remember soda taste when I was a kid, before everything got all syrupy. It has real sugar. That's right, real. Maybe my mind's playing tricks on me, but this reminds me of what soda kind of used to taste like before the syrup kicked in. Maybe I should have bought some of the Mexican Coke to compare it to. I didn't think about that, but it's quite good. It's a little bit different experience. The dry finish is a bit unusual, but the overall taste is quite nice. If you ever see one of these out there, I'd say pick it up. It may not be revolutionary, but I think it's a nice change of pace for what we usually have here in America. Next up, from China, we have Pepsi Zero Sugar Raspberry. That should be interesting. Now, clearly I can't read any of that, but it does say on the side, Pepsi Zero Sugar Raspberry. Raspberry is not really a flavor you get a lot in soda. Cherry a lot, not raspberry so much. Smells like that fake raspberry flavor. Oh, is that sweet? Wait, let me look at this label here. Ingredients: water, food additives, carbon dioxide, caramel, color flavoring, phosphoric acid, aspartame. Serving size 5 per container. What's up with that? It's just very sweet. It doesn't feel heavily carbonated. It's kind of fruity, kind of candy-like, but it has this underlying kind of aspartame, artificial sweetener vibe to it that I don't really like that much. It's kind of like those freestyle machines where you can add a flavor, but the flavor is kind of fake tasting. This tastes like fake raspberry. It's not real raspberry. I mean, I'm thinking about the Fanta, which that tastes like natural apple juice. This tastes like fake raspberry and a strong artificial sweetener aftertaste. I can't say I love it. If this was available here, I wouldn't buy it again. Next up, a little mini comparison here now. In this corner, we have the Brits with their Dr. Pepper Zero Cherry Crush, and the Yankees over here with the Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar Cherry. Let me start off with the American version. America first. As a cherry Dr. Pepper baseline. These are both zero sugar, by the way. I've had that a million times before. I'm still a fan. But let's take a look at this one now. This one seems to be somewhat available in the US, but mainly at specialty shops. I got mine at World Market. Wow, there's a very different smell. Whoa, that's not the same flavor. That is not the same flavor. The Cherry Crush is very cherry forward. You get this almost like cherry candy flavor to it. Whereas the Dr. Pepper US Cherries Zero, I can't say all that. Whereas the US version, it seems like Dr. Pepper flavor with cherry. This is a much more cherry forward experience. Let's go back and forth again. Way more cherry. Way more cherry in this one. It's almost like this one, when you drink this one, it's like, hey, someone added some cherry to my Dr. Pepper. This one tastes like, hey, someone added some Dr. Pepper to my cherry drink. It's almost like if you had cherry juice and added some Dr. Pepper to it. That's what it tastes like. It's not bad. I kind of like it. It's just extremely cherry forward. The cherry's definitely marching into New England with this one. I'm not sure I like it better. I like it. I don't think I like it better. It's almost too cherry. If that's even possible. It's almost too cherry for me. It's very good though. I mean, I like it, but maybe I'm just biased because I've been drinking this one for so long. But this one tastes like Dr. Pepper. This one tastes like cherry juice. It's interesting that you can have two things that are supposedly the same flavor that are so different. But I think in this case, I'm gonna stay in America. We have one more flavor here. Coke Strawberry from China. Looking at the label here, water, high fructose corn syrup, food additives, carbon dioxide, caramel, shelf life 9 months, calories 108, 2 servings per container. You can see Coca-Cola logo down there. I guess that says Coca-Cola, I don't know. Didn't have a lot of luck with the Pepsi Raspberry. I'm having higher hopes for the Coke Strawberry. Whoa, I smell the strawberry. It seems pretty pronounced in the smell. Let's see how it tastes. It almost has like a bubble gum aftertaste. That's interesting. I wouldn't say the strawberry is overpowering, but it's probably on an even keel with the Coke. Sometimes you have like a soda with a little bit of flavoring. Sometimes the flavoring is too much. This one, they're kind of balanced. It's definitely Coke and it's definitely strawberry. It almost smells like candy. It almost has candy aftertaste. It's very candy-like. It might be a bit too strawberry for my liking. I'm not even sure that strawberry is a good combination with Coke. I'm not sure I would buy this if it was a regular offering here in the States. but I think it's not really that bad. Let me rank these. Let's rank them. This is going to be pretty easy to rank as well. I would say, honestly, and this is shocking to me, the Fanta, the apple, is probably the best. It tastes like natural apple juice with a little bit of carbonation. Quite good. Right behind that would be the Mola. I know I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. I apologize. Behind that would be the Mola Cola, because it's a very crisp, refreshing soda. Tastes like old school soda with sugar in it. It's just quite good. Then I would go with the Coke Strawberry, because it's quite nice. It's balanced, but it's just not something that I would probably buy a lot of. The Dr. Pepper Cherry will be after that, because it's pretty tasty. It's just not as good as the US version to me. It's a bit cherry forward, but if you're a big cherry fan, this is quite nice. And at the bottom of the bunch, you have the Pepsi Raspberry. I'm just not a big fan of this one. The flavor is not very good. The artificial sweetener just takes over. It's a mess. It's a mess. Pepsi blew it. But that's my taste test for today. I had a lot of fun with these. I don't think I'm gonna finish them all today, but I'll try to finish them over time. If you've had any of these, tell me what you think in the comments below. And now, back to the vlog.
5:30 p.m. check-in. Now, as eventful as my morning was, my afternoon has been not that eventful. I edited for a couple hours. I accidentally fell asleep. I found Bolt that chewed up one of their toys. Bolt. I had a rather unsatisfying dinner, and I found some ants in the house. I also, for some reason, went down the rabbit hole trying to figure out which movie was the first one to depict a nerd character with glasses with tape in the middle. I was originally thinking it was Eugene from Grease, but I don't think he had the tape in the middle. I'm not really sure which the movie was first. Then I thought maybe it was Spaz or Meatballs, and then I just gave up trying to look. I don't even know why I even care. But I also went back and kind of taste tested all those sodas one more time, and I have to say, I pretty much stand by my rankings, but that Cherry Crush Dr. Pepper, the more I try it, the less I like it. It's just like cherry juice. Like, where's the Dr. Pepper? Where's the cranberry sauce? Where's the pumpkin pie? I also should mention, I almost forgot, today's a very important date. Mark your calendars for next year, because it's a national celebration. On this date, May 5th, 1985, very important date. That's the day I became a licensed driver. That's right. I got my driver's license that day. What's funny is I still remember the lady that gave me the test, very old lady, who was the person in the car with me, and she told me she almost failed me because I was driving so slow. I was driving slow because I didn't want to accidentally speed and fail immediately. If only she could see me now, she wouldn't be worried about me driving slow anymore. And with that, back to editing.
Well, that's about it for this day. It was a pretty long day, but a good day. One more little milestone I had today to mention. If any of you play Wordle, I broke my streak. I'm at 284 days right now. Late last year, I came up with a new technique that seems to be working better. I will not bore the non-Wordle people out there what I'm doing, but if you are interested, I'll leave something in the description. But for the next couple days, I'm gonna be focused on this Temu gadget video I've got for my main channel, so I probably won't be back until this weekend. I had a lot of fun today, and I hope you had a great day as well. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.